Are we live?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
We live?
Yeah.
Okay, so I ain't gonna curse.
Make sure the camera's right. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hold up. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live?
Bro, you, man. Queens native.
Queens native, man.
Queens native.
We go way.
Professional basketball player. 12-year career.
Yeah, still going, bro.
Still going. So, I guess I'm gonna start at the beginning. Born in St. Louis. Grew up in Queens. I mean, I bounced around a little bit. But
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, bro. Where did your passion come from?
It was how much fun we had. You know, like we weren't in the highest league, but we had fun. Like every game was fun.
Let me make sure the camera's right. Let me make sure the camera's tight. Are we live? Hold up. Let me make sure it's right. Let me make sure it's tight. Are we live? Oh, yeah. Big Flea, CEO here. Back at it again, y'all. Back at it again. Are we live? Are we live? Episode 38, y'all. Are we live? Episode 38. I want to thank y'all so much for jumping into me and joining me as I bring y'all the latest edition of Are We Live? Like, share, comment, save this episode once I post it, y'all. Save this episode once I post it. Hope everybody had a blessed weekend. Got to stop for a second and shout out my daughter. She celebrated her 7th birthday yesterday. So if you're in the house right now, just show us some love. She would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to my baby girl, Celine. Happy birthday, baby. But yes, so daughter's birthday this weekend. I had a great weekend. Hope everybody else had a great weekend. I want to stop and thank Charles Jenkins for jumping in with us last episode. If you didn't see that, go check it out. It's posted. It's ready for y'all to take a look at. Got another special guest today. We're going to keep this tour rolling. Y'all. Nothing but the best. The best hoopers, man. Let me go ahead in here and just throw up who we going to be rocking with today. This is going to be a special one for me because he's coming out of my hometown, Cambria Heights, Queens. This is going to be a special conversation with this brother. As you can see, smooth bucket getter. He's always been one of them guys that just attacked the rim and got after it. So we're going to get him in the house. It looked like Al is in the house already. So I'm going to send him an invite. We're going to get this conversation going, y'all. Like I said, if you're in the house today, throw a little scream emoji in the building. Look like my dog is in the house. Al.
Yo, what's good, CA?
Yo, what's good, brother? What's good? Yo, thank you so much for doing this with me, man. I really appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. I appreciate being on here.
Nah, man. This gonna be a special one for me, man. I think I lost you for a second. You can hear me, bro?
Yeah, I'm good now.
I got you. Yeah, man. Yo, this is a special one for me, man. As I was telling everybody, man, you know, we come from the same neighborhood. We grew up in the same neighborhood. Kind of grew up together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Known you 20 plus years, man. So I'm just so grateful for you taking some time out to do this with me, man. I really appreciate this, yo.
Listen, man, ain't nothing like growing up with the people, you know, that you generally respect. And, you know, that was a part of your stepping stone into where I am now. You know what I'm saying? So I always, you know, commend you, Cordell, Chaz Cribbs, Chris Chin, Bobby, Buck, the other Allen, the old head Allen.
Yeah.
Who else? There's somebody I'm missing. I forgot to do with the braids. He was a shooter. I think his name was Sean or something like that. But
Sean, okay. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. I got legends, man. And I'm super thankful for all of them, man. Especially Cordell. Like Cordell with the braids.
Cordell in the house right now.
Yeah, Cordell with the braids, he taught me a lot, man. Like, I mean, like, he was going to Holy Cross at the time, and I was still in my junior high school, going into high school phase. And, like, you know, he was one of the guys, him and Chris Chin and Chaz was the first
Yeah.
three guys. Like when I first moved to Cambria and went to the park, they was there. Like they was there and, you know, they was like, this ain't no walk in the park. You gotta bring your game. So that kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
motivated me a lot. Like it motivated me a lot. Then the old guys started coming, and then it just turned into a great affair, man. Every time we played, every
Yo,
time
man.
we ran fours, game 16s, arguments. I'll go away
Yes.
to
Yeah.
school, come back. They ready for me, man. It was great, man.
Yo, yo, yo,
I
Al,
definitely appreciate them a lot.
you starting this off, you starting this one off right, bro. Like you bringing me
Yeah,
back, bro. I needed that, yo.
yeah.
But before we go forward, man, I have to give you your flowers, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
You doing this for me. Once again, I'm gonna thank you so much. But everybody that jumps on with me has really, really left their mark on the game somehow, some way, man. And you're no different, my brother. So just give me
Appreciate
a
that.
minute, sit back, let me get this right.
I
Um,
got you.
like I said, if y'all don't know who y'all looking at right now, uh, this brother hails from Cambria Heights, Queens. One of my good friends. I consider him a brother. Um, Starred at Thomas Edison High School. He was such a dog there. Uh, Parlayed that to head over to ASA College in Brooklyn, where he spent a brief moment there getting things right for his next step. Uh, Took that next step and went on to Georgetown College in Georgetown, Kentucky, where he helped lead that team in 2013 to a Division I national championship. Went on to play internationally, professionally, overseas, starting over in Romania and Ireland, just to name a few. Continues to kill them niggas on the court. Continues to put his mark in the game. Please help me welcome to the show, Mr. Allan Thomas. Thank you, my brother.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, CA. Appreciate that a lot.
Hey, absolutely, brother, absolutely. Hey, so let's jump right in, bro. Let's jump right in, man. Cambria Park, 176, Montebello Park, Cross Island Park. We go on the other side of Linden. All these parks, man. When and where did the game get introduced to you? When did you fall in love with this game, brother?
Well, when I first moved to Northside, when I first came to New York, um, I was living in Southside. I was living in
Okay.
Southside, Queens. That's where originally like basketball was introduced to me. You know what I'm saying? Playing
Okay.
in Southside, Queens. I was playing out in 133rd Street and 116th Avenue.
Okay.
At the time, my sister's husband, current husband right now, they was living over there, and I was just raw to the game, like just very
Okay.
raw to the game. I always had the skill because I always had the basketball in my hand. I always watched games. Like that's how I picked up everything, and I got interested when Kobe got drafted. Like it just was just how crazy how he was and the decision he made, you know, choosing to play pro from high school and all the criticism he received. And it was just like, I was a little confused because I was like, you know, this is the decision that he made.
Right.
So why are people, you know, judging him because he's a high school kid and he wants to play professional? He feel that his game is very professional. So then why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
So basically, going from there, I played on the block. Like they used to have a hoop, you know, mounted on the light post,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's where it was for me, man. I played them. They was older. They was older than me. Of course, they was violating me, all type,
Yeah.
like not taking it easy, all that stuff. Some days,
Uh,
I'm on the bus crying, like, well, why I keep losing to these guys, and then you know, I just kept continuing. Like I kept continuing to work, put in work.
right.
Before working out, I was always outside dribbling the ball. Like I wasn't like as fortunate enough, you know, to have a hoop at that time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, they set the tone for me, man. They had the hoop for me any day. They said you could come any day. You know what I'm saying? Especially it being my sister's husband, current husband right now, boyfriend at
Right.
the
Right.
time. You know,
Yeah.
he was just always like, yo, just keep playing, like, you know, just keep playing, don't cry and all that type of stuff. And because I was a crybaby, like Before I
Hey,
really
Al,
was a
Al,
crybaby, man.
I'm gonna get there. I got some stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get there, bro. But yo,
I was
but
a
that's
crybaby.
that's raw emotion, though, man. You love it. You love this game, man. You love this game.
Yeah,
So that's raw.
yeah.
That's raw emotion.
But that's the
That's raw.
crazy thing. The crazy thing about it is before I actually fell in love with the game, I just fell in love with like winning, the idea of winning. You know what I'm saying? And losing was just so common to me before like I started sharpening my skills that it was like I could replay everything, the whole game. Like if game is
Right,
12
right.
and everything, nah, I got you. Yeah. If the game was 12 or something and I'm remembering how he scored all 12 times. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But
Like it was just
that photographic memory, that just being locked in, bro. Like that.
right,
Everybody ain't like that. Everybody don't
right.
care, like
Yeah.
that.
And
So,
then the public school I was at the time, PS 96, we never had a basketball team. Like never,
okay,
like no basketball team, no nothing. So I
okay,
moved from South Side to North Side. I went to PS 136 off Murdoch,
yeah,
and they had a basketball team.
okay.
And I played my fourth and fifth grade. No, I played my fifth grade there, and I was playing the center. But I was just like, I'm not a center. Like I was like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should be
yeah.
one of the guards. Like I should be one of
Right,
the guards. But
right.
he was like, no, because you're one of the tallest guys that I'm gonna have to play you at center. So I was playing center at fifth grade. Fifth grade, I was playing the five
Just
man,
because
and
you was the biggest.
just because I was the biggest. So
Right, right,
jump for
right,
ball, go down low,
right,
post.
right.
So to me, I kind of wanted to change that. Like I didn't ask to, not change to a guard position. I
Mm-hmm.
said I'm gonna play the game. I know how to play the game. So every rebound, I'm gonna push the break. And it was stunning to other coaches because they're like, but he plays center. How he know how to do this? But I've been
Right, right,
playing
right,
guard all my life because I play against older cats. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So we went on far. We went to, I think, public school playoffs, and then coach had disappeared. I don't know where he went. Hopefully he's well. But then after that, I went to 192, the Deuce of Hollis, and
Of course.
I played my seventh and eighth grade year. I never played my sixth grade year. I wasn't good. I wasn't good
Okay,
enough. My
okay.
seventh, eighth grade, my sixth grade year. My seventh grade year, I did pretty well. I was still learning the game, and my eighth grade year, we finished out very well. We took Island Garden, junior
Oh,
high school
nice,
league. Yeah,
nice,
so
nice,
I'm
nice,
I'm very happy about that.
nice, nice, nice. So you had just got into something that I was really just about to get into, but I'm glad you brought it up. So I'm class of '05, you class of '08, right?
Hmm.
So you always been maybe a year or two behind me, but again, like I said, we kind of grew up together, right?
Yeah.
But I always
I would put it as CA, my fault. I would put it as I grew up under y'all. I always say that. Like I
got you,
grew up under y'all because y'all are my peers. You know what I'm
got you.
saying? And to see how y'all carried yourselves and how y'all moved and everything, I picked up on that. Like even the little
Mm-hmm.
things off the court,
Mm-hmm.
all that. It's like, all right, he carried himself as a mature human being. He's not wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you, Cribs, Cordell, like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, so seeing that already gave me my growth. Yeah, I'm class of '08, y'all are '05, but I
Mm-hmm.
carried that '05 mentality. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's
So
that's that's what always was interesting to me for you, Al. It's like where that drive come from, or where that edge come from to always want to play up, always want to play against older competition. That had to come from somewhere, bro.
I would say it would be more so with like my sister's boyfriends, his
Okay.
friends, like they were
Okay.
all older than me. Like I was losing to my sisters. Like
Got you. Yeah,
and
I
they and
got
they my oldest sister, she was nice. Like
you. Yeah.
she was very nice. And due to unfortunate injuries to the knee, she had to cut basketball. My
Right.
second oldest, she was pretty good too, but then, she had my little niece.
Yeah.
So at an early age, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
cut her short. But man, listen, like that drive came from them. Like it really came from them losing to them so much and
Mhm.
just like wondering like why am I losing so much? Like I'm destroying people my age,
Yeah.
literally like I'm destroying them. But then when I'm playing against the older cats, it's like there's something missing. There's something that I'm doing wrong. And the drive really came from just losing at an early age, just losing. Like I never wanted to feel losing again. So what I always did was anytime I played at OCP, when I first moved to the North, anytime I'll play at OCP all the time. Like that's why I got my first AAU coach to speak to me, everything. Like raw basketball was from 5 to 9 years old.
Okay.
AAU basketball, I started so late, 10, 11. Like that's when it started for me. But that drive was that drive for me started from losing a lot, and it was just like you got to get better. Like you have to get better. Like you have no choice. Like if this is what you want to do and this is what you believe in, you have to put in that work. Like you're gonna have to put in that work. So it was early for me. Like I used to be in front of my crib on Francis Lewis and Murdoch. I never had a hoop. I never had nothing, like nothing. And I'm just dribbling, shooting at the tree, like literally. Hopefully it comes back. Like hopefully it don't go in the street. And I'm like just watching it. Like, all right, I know if I shoot this way, it's gonna go in the street. I know if I shoot this way, it's gonna come back to me. You know. So I never really had a hoop. It was garbage bin in the backyard.
Right.
All that, like.
That's interesting, bro, because again, when you coming out to Cambria Park, when you coming out to 176, right? And I'm just, we just running across each other again. We kids.
Yeah.
I was talking, I don't know if you remember Tyrone Doolin. I don't know if you remember the Doolin.
Yeah,
family.
I know. I remember
Anthony
T. Doolin.
Ty Doolin, Denzel, right?
Yes.
Ty's my best friend, right? And I'm telling Ty I'm getting ready for you, and we're gonna have you on and stuff like that. But I'm telling him this story, man, about a time we was in. It was like a Sunday morning, and we in Cambria Park, and you wound up getting on. This is everybody. This is pre-beard Allen. This is
pre-beard,
yeah.
Before the beard, man. I never had a beard.
You catch it on the wing, and you give like a swing through, and go baseline. And Al, you boom this shit, right? You just boom this shit. And I was like,
I had to be fresh out of college. I probably had to be fresh out of college.
I was like, how old is this kid? He can't be. So I go, we chatting for a minute. And he's like, you bring, I didn't realize who it was you. And then we start talking. I'm like, oh shit, this is Alan. Like, and so we used to start rapping, man. And from that day, I always remember, I was like, yo, he's going to be very, very, very good. Unfortunately, I go off to college and we kind of get a little
I left too. Yeah,
right.
I left too. That was a plus for me.
Right. We're not able to keep up with each other as much. But I never forget that, bro. I never forget. I always said, this kid, he the one. So
everybody always been supportive in Cambria, man. Like, I appreciate Cambria so much. I've been living in Cambria with my niece. My niece is 19. I've been living in Cambria for 19 years. You know what I'm saying?
Long time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the appreciation I have for Cambria Heights as a neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We're known for, having the crimes and all that type of stuff. But once they see the unity and everything that we have for each other in other neighborhoods, it's not like we discriminate other neighborhoods. We never do. You know what I'm saying? We'll go as a collective to other hoods and hoop and play ball because, this is what we like to do. You know what I'm saying? But, it's just Cambria really set the tone for me, especially when I went away for school. You know what I'm saying? It taught me how to be gritty. It showed me how to take no prisoners, keep working hard, stay focused, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, all right, I'm getting good out here. So when I go back home, it's a wrap for everybody. That whole losing to everybody thing is over. Like it was over. So whenever I came back home from school, I always went to Cambria. Like had to, you know what I'm saying, to show like, all right, I ain't little Allen no more. It's over. Like it's over.
It's on. I'm picking the five. Right.
Right. So,
So
because I wouldn't necessarily say I used to always wait because I always got picked up. You know what I'm
right,
saying? That was
no
one
doubt, no
thing that I
question. Yeah.
appreciated that everybody like win, lose, or draw, they will
Uh-huh.
pick me up. Like it don't
Yeah.
matter. Like they knew my abilities, they knew how hard I worked, so
Yeah.
they always picked me up. But I made sure like to me, my goal was to be an inspiration in Cambria. You know what
No
I'm
question.
saying? Like that was my number one thing. I didn't want to be the best. I didn't want to be a great, the GOAT, or any of that stuff. Like that wasn't for me. For
Yeah.
me was to damn, like my goal is for people to see like, damn, he put in this much work and this is how he produced. You know what I'm saying? That's the tone for me because it's going to make others work, especially in their
Even
own
harder.
box. You know what
Even
I'm
harder.
saying? Like I always
Yeah.
tell people like whatever you're into, whatever you like to do, it don't necessarily have to be sports. It could be business, it could be stocks, it could be all of that. You put in that work, you pay attention to detail, you do the science, everything, it's going to blossom for you, man. It's not going to
Absolutely.
happen like that. Of
Yeah.
course not. You know what I'm
You
saying? That's one
patient.
thing I definitely had to learn. Like I always used to sit there and be like, all right, I worked out, so like, am I gonna get far? Like, am I gonna do this? But patience taught me a lot.
Your
Patience taught me a whole lot.
your journey, man. Again, when I went off to college in 2005, I kind of didn't keep up with you as much as I would have liked, right?
Hmm.
But everything comes full circle. I start this platform. I get an opportunity to talk to you, and I'm getting ready for this. I'm like, wait a minute. Al did what? Al did this. Al did that. Al was over here. Al did this. Like, all right, let me get back to let me all right, let me bring
I
myself
got you. I
back
got
because
you. Yeah, I got
you
you.
know you you have been amazing, bro, over the last
Hmm.
10 plus years of your life. But
Hmm.
I want to go back a little bit before we,
Hmm.
what I mean, go a little further. You spent your high school basketball career at Thomas Edison, right? Now,
Yeah, my
everybody
last 3 years. My
last
last
three
three
years,
years.
okay. Last
Hmm.
last 3 years, okay. So you spend that time at Edison. Um, Edison is not always known as the basketball school, right? Why Edison? What drove you to go there? Is that an academic choice? Is that basketball? What goes into why we go to Edison?
Yeah, it was more so academic choice because I like to use my hands. Like I like to,
Okay.
craft and fix cars, and I got into that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My oldest sister's boyfriend at the time, he was very big on cars, and that kind of inspired me to, want to be into cars and mechanics and carpentry and, all types of mechanical stuff. So, it was really a career choice for me. The first school I actually went to, I went to automotive high school. That's
Okay.
the alternative. Yeah, I went to
Yeah,
alternative
yeah,
high
yeah.
school. So I went there because, it was for cars. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
to fix cars, to fix buildings or whatever. So it was an academic choice for me because out of junior high school, everybody takes the co-op test. And my mom, her being, us being West Indian, we really didn't
Okay.
trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
we really didn't trust nobody. And I'm not gonna lie, CA, I had 6 junior high school coaches go to
Uh-huh.
my house. I'm at school. This whole time I'm at
Okay.
school. 6 junior high school coaches go to my house and tell my mom, says, please let him take this test. He can go to a Catholic school, any type of school or any type of school. She said, nah. She's like, no.
Okay.
Like he's gonna go to a trade school, pick up a trade,
Uh-huh.
and do
Yeah.
this. So,
Cause,
you
cause,
know, it
cause
was
I'm
it
gonna
was
make sure he can provide if this
yeah.
basketball thing don't pan out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it was a
Okay.
blessing for me. I went out to Brooklyn to play. I played football because
Okay.
I wasn't really into the basketball team like that. They wasn't really as good as I expected them to be. So I
Okay.
played football that year. Then
Mhm.
I had transferred because of the traveling issues, like getting up 4 a.m. just to get on the bus at 5, just to get on 2 trains and then another bus. So it
Ooh.
was really
You know,
more
you
so
know,
that
you know. I know about that going to Martin Luther and Mass Pep. So I'm
right.
coming from Cambria. Trust me, I
Hmm.
get it. That's a grind every day.
Yeah.
Every
Right.
day. Yeah.
Every day, like coming from
Yeah.
Queens. It was half and
Yeah.
half. Sometimes I would stay at my grandmom's out in
Okay.
Bushwick, so that was a
Okay.
good help too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my
Okay.
grandma. But yeah, I transferred to Edison. I'll give you a funny story. So I transferred to
Okay.
Edison, and I'm chilling in, I think, guidance or in the dean's office, one of the two, just get my ID and all that type of stuff. Here comes Chaz
Right.
Cribs. He walks in, he's like, "What you doing here?" I'm like, I'm transferring to Edison. So he was like, "Nah, this ain't the school, man." Like me, I'm looking at him like, "This ain't the school. Like, it's bad. Like, I mean, I don't really care for that. Like, I'm gonna hold my ground."
Right.
But he was just like, "Nah, man. Like, you need to get out of here. Like, you don't need to be in this school." And I took that as a challenge. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, you know, something about the school that I feel that, if I keep continue to put in the work, then I'm gonna make something of this school. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't personal
Cribs,
for me.
Cribs knew
Yeah,
how good you was.
yeah.
Cribs
Cribs
knew
knew
how
how
good
good I
you was.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cribs was really like, yo, why are you here? Like, he was just like, why are you
Yeah.
here? Like, you do not need to be here. You know what I'm saying? You need to be somewhere else. And I was just like, yeah, listen, this is all I got. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain about it,
Right.
and yeah, it took off from there. I played 2 years at Edison. I failed off my sophomore year due to academic, I got caught up in the sophomore
Stop right.
maturity.
Stop right
Yeah,
there for me, Al.
I got
Stop
you.
right there for me.
I got you.
I read an article, and I was reading it, and it just spoke to your accountability, right? It just spoke to. It was talking about what you're referring to. Your sophomore year, you unfortunately didn't get to play as much as you wanted to. I think half the season or something like that, less than half the season.
3 games.
3 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but in the article, it's quoted you as saying you let your teammates down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says you said, right? What goes into that summer, going into your junior year? Because that junior season now, y'all go on this crazy run, win 16 games in a row, beat Bayside, beat Dozo, then beat Jack, Campus Magnet for everybody else, beat Campus Magnet, Queensboro championship, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But you only played 3 games the year before. What happens that summer? Like, how do you address yourself that summer?
Well, after failing off, I was still in an immature phase. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I like how people knew me at Edison. I was playing with a group, you know what I'm saying? We was called CTC or whatever. We was playing against this team from Rosedale.
Okay.
And we played, you know what I'm saying? And they just picked me up out of nowhere. Like, yo, come on, yo. Like, I heard you nice. Come on, you a part of the game. You
Right.
good.
Right.
So we played, we smacked that Rosedale team. Like, I mean, we smacked them. Like, and then they hit me off with some bread. And they were just like, yo, good looks. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was really into playing for the bread outside of high school my sophomore year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. Like I was outside playing people in parks for bread. Like
Okay.
50,
Okay.
if you really look at it, $50 to $100 back then, you could do a lot.
To a 14, 15, 16-year-old kid, yeah.
You
And
could
I'm
do a
nice.
lot, you know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. You could do a lot. So that
Yeah.
was really my downfall. Then
Okay.
then I realized how much high school basketball can take you. You know what I'm saying? This is when I first learned about scholarships. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Not having my mom pay for anything. My mom was working 2
Right.
jobs at the time.
Right.
It was
Right.
very tough. And, I was still having, I won't call it I was having hardships with my dad not being there at the
Okay.
time still, you know what I'm saying? Because I was still, a little affected by their separation.
Okay.
So when it came down to life itself, I was really about to drop out. Like I was about to be done. Like, I'm done with high school ball. I guess I'm just gonna play these dudes for money and, just go from there, see if, I could go somewhere from there. Then I
Okay.
met Rob Diaz. A couple of my friends was playing for NYC Finance at the time. I met Rob Diaz my sophomore year.
Okay.
When I failed off. So going into the second half of the season, again, I failed off again. They expected me to come back second half. I failed again. So
Damn. Okay.
I'm walking and I'm walking down. I think that's 168 or whatever. So I'm walking down the hill, and I see Rob. You know what I'm saying? Rob drives by. He's like, yo, what's up? I'm like, nah, man, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to go home or whatever.
Right.
So at that time in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna see him one time. He ain't gonna see me again because I'm dropping out. You know what I'm saying? So he gave me his card. Once you get a business card from Rob, that's when he know he's interested in you. You know what I'm saying? Because he's either heard about you or he's, very, into your game and he feels like he could help you. So I gave him a call. He told me meet him at a place, meet him at McDonald's on the app. Anybody on NYC Finest right now on this live will tell you, he will always tell you meet him on McDonald's on the app.
On the
So
app,
that was my
corner, right in the corner across the street from the movie theater.
Yep, right across the street from the movie theater,
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
same, like on the opposite side of Wendy's.
On the corner. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So he's told me to meet him there. I went there. We played out in Washington Heights.
Okay.
And he drew up a play. He was drawing up plays. He was like, yo, this is the system. This is how it goes. It goes from there. So I was like, all right. So I'm playing in tournaments, We win the tournament, and he came. He met my mom. He met my mom and everything, and he introduced himself. He gave my mom reassurance that, yes, I understand academically he did bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure to sharpen him up. And at the time, nobody really picked up when it's like to have a mentor. I knew I had a mentor when he did that. You know what I'm saying? I had plenty, mentors before him. But like once I seen the comfort in my mom's vibe, that's when I knew like, all right, this gotta be something good. Because my mom is at ease. I'm at ease. So summertime.
Mom's a good judge of character. You know what I'm saying? She can read it from a mile away. Yeah.
Right. So he sent me away to this camp. It was called Keystone out in Albright, Pennsylvania. He sent me out there. I was just, it was my third camp ever. I'd have been the 5-star in Eastern Invitational as a junior high school kid, but he sent me out there, and it was coaches there. I was confused. I was like this, like, I was like, what's all the coaches doing here? Like, I don't know. I don't know nothing. So I'm here to have fun for my 3 days. And I had to send, before I got to camp, I had to send them a copy of my transcript. So we playing out in Albright, and I did my thing. Like one time I caught it, went baseline, I punched it on somebody, and camp counselor, he shut off the game. Like he shut off the game. He stopped the game. He was just like, nah, you off. Like you off the game. You out the game. And it was like 5 college coaches came to talk to me.
Wow.
And I'm just looking like they was like, what are you gonna do for your junior and senior year? I said, I told them I'm staying at Edison because, I ain't have nowhere to go. Prep school wasn't really big at the time. You know what I'm saying? I could have left after my junior year, but we'll get to that part. But that's what set the tone for me. And then when I got back to New York, me and Rob, we worked out. He made sure I studied. He made sure I took care of my work. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, like, if I can name top 5 people, Rob is definitely number 2. You know what I'm saying? Behind my first AAU coach, God rest his soul. But yeah, Rob really set the tone for me to be mature, to be a student athlete. I didn't know what a student athlete was at the time. I was just like, I'm a basketball player and I go to school.
Yeah. That's
so he
I had no idea. I'm telling you, I had no idea that you was connected to NYC Finance, that you had a relationship with Rob. That's something. That's dope. That's dope. So I'm kind of moving away from Rob for a second, and there's nothing against Rob, but I just saw you post a picture of Coach Tippy McTurnan. And anybody on here right now knows Tip. Anybody that's in the basketball community should be familiar with Tippy some form of fashion.
Hmm.
What kind of influence did he have on you in your game and your your maturation in the basketball world?
Tippy would definitely be number three as my top mentors, my top five mentors.
Okay,
I met Tippy 2007 during my junior year,
okay.
and he gave me. I met him and Tom Kachowski, God rest his soul, at the
God
same
rest his
time.
soul.
I
Hey,
met them.
real quick, Al. Real quick. Did Tom know your name when he walked up to you?
Yeah,
Is that not crazy? How he
yo,
shakes your hand and says, "Yo, what's up, Colin? How you doing?" Like,
Tom, he gave like it's like he literally threw everything in my face. He was like, Allan Thomas, good junior year. Could have had a better sophomore year if you didn't fail off. Could have had a better freshman year if you didn't go to automotive. I'm just looking at him like,
how you know me?
yeah, like
Yeah, yeah,
how you know all of this? Like,
yeah,
but like I
yeah,
said, major shout outs to Rob because
yeah.
Rob
Definitely.
introduced me to Tippy and Tom
Okay, okay,
at the
okay.
same time. So me and Tom and Tippy at the same time. Tom gave me my best constructive criticism ever, like ever. Like he told me what I needed to fix, what I needed to be better at, and man, like he really set the tone. He really set the tone for me. But me and Tippy in '07 was a great deal for me, man. Tippy been with me from the highs to the lows, struggles,
Yeah,
everything, man. He's been very supportive of me, despite of everything that I done been through from, in basketball, outside of life, everything.
yeah.
He definitely been one of those guys that was with me no matter what. Like I took a break from basketball one year or a year and a half, and he was just like, whenever you're ready to get back in that gym, yeah, get it together and come back in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes
So
you need. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you
yeah,
need that. Yeah.
Tippy got my first scholarship. I went to South Plains College my first year, my freshman year. He got me
Okay.
into that school. They was fresh off a national championship,
Hmm.
and yeah, I ain't, we when you get to that college question, then I will get there. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
he
Nah, we
definitely
trust.
he Tippy
Trust me.
Tippy
I want to get to it all. Like I said, man,
yeah
you left a mark, man. Your story, your journey is so unique, man. It's so
yeah
unique and it's special, man. So I need you to get into that year at Edison when y'all go on that run and surprise people and win the Queensboro championship. Y'all beat Jack in that
mhm,
Queensboro championship game. Talk to me
yeah.
a little bit about that team. But what was so special about that team? How did y'all go on that run? Nobody thought that was going to happen. What happened with that?
Well, first and foremost, I got a shout out to Devin Brown,
Okay.
Persano Bell, Arthur Abenset, Stephon Hodges, Gregory Steele, Dominic Ambrose, Cliff Richardson, Mike Hamilton, um, Lorenzo Reed, um, and I believe Satish. Satish, he's from Rosedale. I forgot Satish's last name.
Al,
Um,
that's your whole team, Al.
yeah, listen,
That's
I
the type of
remember
team like that's your whole
yeah.
team, man. Like
Who else? The sophomores who was on the team. No, they was on the team at the time. Um, yeah. So, I first and foremost, I want to say shout out to those guys
okay,
because they really set the tone for me. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
They made sure that I was on my job doing what I had to do into my junior year,
okay,
to make sure that, we can play together, and going into that year, I really didn't expect to be one of the focal points on the team.
okay,
I was considered, I guess, the scorer of the team during that time. We had an awesome big man. His name was Devin Brown. He
okay,
was a 6'7" senior, what I'm saying, class of 2007, man. Like, he was very important to the team. Gregory Steele at the time, he was definitely
okay,
very important to the team.
okay,
Prasanna was, Arthur was, and it was just me. So, and Stephon Hodges too. And,
okay,
everybody played their role. It was never no egos. It was never, yo, give me the ball. You have the ball too much. None of that. It was more so like, all right, we're going to do this. Allan, you're going to help us. But at that same time, when it comes to that, we're going to give you the ball. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they gave me a lot of confidence, man. They gave me a lot of confidence to be a underclass leader. I was a junior. They was a senior at the time. They gave me a lot of confidence, you know, into bettering my game and taking the shots that I had to take, or, you know, like pulling me to the side, having a talk with me and, you know, letting me know like, yo, you don't got to do too much. Just do this, do that, and the third. So they put me in a position to score. And I've always took that knowledge, you know, from the beginning to the middle to the end to a point where it was like I was basically a senior. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that maturity level grew. It was all about maturity for me. So once that level grew, you know, they just sat back and let me do everything. You know what I'm saying? They was just like, all right, it's your world. You know what I'm saying? I knew they were very confident with me. We had a play called force spread. So force spread basically is the person got the ball in the middle, you know what I'm saying, which was me. One big is on the corner, one big is on the other corner, and the other bigs is half court. You know what I'm saying? And the other two guards is on half court. And they just like, all right, isolation. Go ahead. Come on. And just work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a major shout out to those guys, man. It wasn't more so like I like put in the work and I demanded it. No. It was never that. It was more so like, yo, you step your shit up and this is how we're going to reward you. You know what I'm saying? Once you work, we work. And when you work, you know what I'm saying? And when we work, you got to work. You know what I'm saying? So it was very good. So we won, I think, the first game. We won the first game, and then we go to Adams. Now, Adams at the time, they were a good team at the time. We tied up. They had this dude Predator, this dude named Predator. I keep forgetting his real name. But he was very good. Like he was basically, you could say like a Kevin Garnett for John Adams.
Type
you know what I'm saying? Type, put back dunks, running the break, athletic. You know what I'm saying? He really didn't shoot like that, but he knew what to do to get his team to win. You know what I'm saying? So once we lost to them, our coach at the time was pissed off. Like he was like, he took us to a corner and started yelling. And my immaturity, it didn't come out, but my body language gave off immaturity. Like everybody, like this is the huddle right here, and I'm outside, just just going like this, like he's talking about nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? So after we had that talk, we I think everybody was going home, and you know we really just had to get it together. That's what it was. It was just like, we got to get it together.
16 in a row was a lot, man.
We had to get it together. We was like, you know, if we don't get it together now, it's going to be bad for us. You know what I'm saying? So practice, it started with practice. Practice was very competitive, very competitive. They had a lot of seniors in class of 07. So what we did was freshmen and sophomores versus juniors and seniors. And freshmen, sophomore, juniors versus seniors. So freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, we was very well rounded. We didn't really have much freshmen anyway. But the sophomores and juniors versus seniors was very competitive. You know what I'm saying? And that's what set the tone for us in practice, because people was talking a lot of trash. People were saying like, I don't understand why he's playing and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like I got beef with you personally because of that. It was more so like I'm nice too. You know what I'm saying?
Healthy competition.
Healthy competition. You know what I'm saying? And that's what set the tone for us, man. Like practice was very, very strong. Even our coach was anticipating the practice very well. And we just took off from there, man. Like first win, blowout. Second win, going. Third win, going. Fourth going. Fifth going. Everything was going. We had a couple, challenges.
Of
The
course,
hill
of course.
cresses. Yeah, the hill cresses. I think we had lost to August Martin. I wasn't there.
Okay.
So, yeah, we had lost to them. And, yeah, we just took off from there. And then we got to Burroughs.
Yeah.
And once we beat Bayside, the
Okay.
momentum was just so high. At the time, they had a guard. They had Ryan, white boy Ryan. Ryan was nice. Ryan's
Yeah.
nice. Like Ryan was shooting like Steph Curry, like
Yeah.
literally like
Yeah.
the hash mark. He's there shooting it.
Mm-hmm.
So once we stopped him and stopped another big dude, we took off from there, and then we won. And we ended up playing Dozo in the semis.
Mm-hmm.
So now, me personally, I had an issue. I want to say I had an issue with Dozo, but I took things personal with Cardozo at that time because
Of course. Of
I
course.
went to I
Very
played.
popular.
Yeah,
Everybody wanted to go there. Everybody want to play for the Clario. You know what I mean? There's that. I had that for myself too. I ain't gonna
yeah.
lie.
I never had an issue with Niclario off the court, but it was more so like he kind of put me on a lower level as his guys, and I'm
Right.
just like, I played middle school with your guys. Like you know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
dog.
Me and
I
Trinity
would dog.
Fields was
I
on
would
the
dog your
same.
whole. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
me and
dogging
Trinity
everybody.
Fields was on the same AAU team
Yeah.
from middle school until we had to separate for high school. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it was more so like it was no disrespect to him. Trinity's nice. You know what I'm saying? But it was more so for me like, all right, this is how you feel about me and about us, then that's cool. Like, it's no
And
talking.
it's
It's
no
no,
disrespect to Trinity. I would love
yeah,
to have Trinity on the show, but you just as good at that time.
right. And
That's
so it was
just my opinion. You know what I mean?
right.
You was just
So
as good.
it was more so no disrespect to none of them, but it was like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, this is how you feel in the Clario. So we going to turn it. We gonna take this. You
Yeah.
gonna have to take this from us. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll give you the story about getting into Cardoza now. So we get into Cardoza.
Okay.
Nobody's there.
It's empty.
Nobody's empty.
Okay.
Gym empty.
All right.
Gym like I mean like you hear how I can hear myself in the gym?
Yeah.
Empty.
And
So
the game is about to start in another 20 half hour type thing.
half hour, 45 minutes, we
45.
waiting on the
Right.
referees.
Right.
School safety looked at us like, y'all play us? We was like, yeah. He was like, all right, good luck. Like he started laughing at us. So we looking at him like, yo, what's good with him? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we on the layup line before the refs get there. Like, I mean, like, my blood was boiling. Like, I was
Of
ready for this
course.
game. I ain't talk no trash, no nothing. I'm not even a
Of
trash
course.
talker like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we blood boiling. I mean, the blood is boiling. I'm ready to play this game. Like, I'm ready to go off everything. Man, we sent them home. Like, at
All right.
Dozo. Like, sent them home. Like, I mean, they crying on the bench. And the Clario's crying. And I ain't care. I'm getting dressed. I'm like, yeah, we got Jack tomorrow. I'm out.
Wow.
And that was
Okay,
it.
so I didn't even know that y'all smoked them. Y'all went to Dozo to smoke them
And smoked them.
at their home. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I love to
And
hear
smoked
that.
them.
So before you get to the championship game, right? And if you want to speak on it, you can. But I got a little different question for you. I want to see if at all you grew up, you lived on Franny Lou and Murdoch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like diagonal from Campus Magnet, from Jack, right? Y'all
Yeah.
beat Jack in the city championship. This is a two-part question for you, Al. One, did you ever aspire to play for Coach Granby? And two, was there an added satisfaction of beating them, a school that was right across the street from you? You never played for Granby, but you was able to beat him in a championship. Is
Well,
there
at the
ever any of
time,
that, or it's like
yeah.
you don't have a
At the
relationship with him at all, or what's
Yeah, at the time I didn't at the time when we won Burroughs, I moved to Cambria already.
okay?
And then I never knew who Granby was. Like I wasn't really, like I said, I wasn't really into the depth of basketball.
Okay.
All I knew
Gotcha.
was they would call my mom, let her know, like, hey, Allan has a game this, that, and the third day. Make sure he
Right.
comes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had practices, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
and all that type of stuff. So I
Okay.
never really knew him or like Niclario until it was
Okay.
time for Burrows. Like,
Gotcha. Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I'm now
Okay.
getting a rundown of everything as we're getting ready to play him. You know what I'm
Gotcha. So
saying?
now,
And
okay. Okay.
once Niclario said what he said in an article, it was just like, you don't even know me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't even know me at all. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And it's like,
Yeah.
who are you to judge me? Maybe you saw me when I was younger. I don't know. At least say that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But to say,
Okay.
like, I don't come to levels with your players is like, you don't know me. You don't know the work I've put in. You don't know the nights I have to stay up and do what I have to do in
And they
order to
put in
be
that
gritty.
work.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
to answer your question, I didn't know Granby at the time, but to
Okay.
beat them, it was more so like it was really personal with my friends. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like I just knew
Gotcha.
the players on the court. So it
Okay.
was really more personal with them because we had friendly competitions from like when we was kids. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Of
saying?
course.
And
Of course.
to me, I wasn't really the go-to guy when I was playing, junior high school basketball and any of that stuff. Like I've always put in the work and,
Mm-hmm.
did what I had to do. But
Right.
they was always above me. You know what I'm saying? And they were
Okay.
always in front of me. They was always ball dominant. Like I said, I was a crybaby at the time, so it was more so like it took something to make me cry for me to take over the game.
For you to,
You know
for
what I'm
you to,
saying? Like,
for that to fuel you. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for the most part, to the Dozo guys that I beat and the Jack guys I beat, they already had it made for them because they grew up in that environment. From they was playing biddies and all that type of stuff. Like they
Right.
had that.
Right. So they
Me, I then played
able to establish a little reputation in the
right.
city
Like
of kind of
one of my mans, Nathaniel Wilson, he was playing AAU basketball 13 under in the fourth grade. You
dang.
know what I'm saying? Like he started from
Okay.
fourth grade, like third
Okay.
grade. Sorry, he played
Okay.
third grade for the public school team, and third grade on AAU under 13, and he's
Mm-hmm.
in the third grade.
Yeah.
So they already had themselves established, and to be a late bloomer, that's what it gave me that satisfaction to be a
Okay.
late bloomer because it's like it told me no matter where you start or how late you started, once you're focused on a point in life where you want to take things far, you're gonna have
Mm-hmm.
to put in the work. It's gonna
Gonna have
pay
to
off.
work. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
definitely going to pay off. Like so being them, it was just like, that really showed me, it proved to me that hard work really paid off.
Really
Like
pays
it
off.
paid off a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
So since then the work ethic
Absolutely.
grows every
Absolutely.
time, grows. My
Absolutely.
senior year, we didn't really, I mean, we got to the Final Four. We was the only Queens team in the Final Four. We lost to boys and girls.
Okay.
So I was satisfied with that. I mean, of course, everybody's dream is to make it to the Garden.
Of course.
But, you know what I'm saying? For us to be first time in AA,
Uh-huh.
to finish third place, because they
Right.
didn't expect us to finish top 8. You know what I'm
Y'all,
saying? So,
apparently, y'all caught everybody off guard. Nobody
right.
expected Edison to do anything like y'all did your junior year, and continue the success into your senior year. There's a
Yeah.
loss, though. There's a loss that, of course, the media, of course, the papers, they got to speak on and they got to chronicle it because, like Al has been saying this whole time, Al is a crybaby, right? So there's a loss against Transit Tech that was so tough for you. Of course, in the article they say your teammates got to console you and all this kind of stuff. Obviously that's not. I'm not joking on that, but what I look at that is that you love this, man. You love to play the game. You love to win. Why was that loss so tough? Well, why did you take that so tough at the time?
Um, it was more so because of the run we had. You know what I'm saying? That was
Okay.
my junior year. Because of that run we had, man. I just
Okay.
felt like I jumped the gun a bit mentally, you know what I'm saying? I was just saying like, yeah, this is ours. Like this is ours.
Okay.
We just gotta go get that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And sometimes like I'm a fan of chess. So sometimes you could, you know, beat your opponents until you come across that one opponent who does something different. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And that's what Transit Tech did. They did something very different. Like
Okay.
something like when we beat teams, we've beaten teams and they laid down. Transit Tech
Mm.
didn't lay down.
They
You know
kept
what I'm
coming.
saying?
They kept coming.
They kept like creeping
Okay.
back up. So
Okay.
the first half, Edison, we're on a roll. Like I mean, I'm catching fast break dunks. Everything's all good. I'm pointing to my mom in the crowd. First time her being at the game. First
Oh
time my
man.
pops
Okay.
being at the game.
Okay.
So you know, it was special to me. And then the second half, Transit Tech just turned up, man. Shout out to Al Alexander, Garfield Boucher, Yusuf Carr. Yeah, like I was just with them in Brooklyn last week,
Okay.
and
Okay.
every time I see them, I'll be like, "Yo, can we run that game back right now?" Like, yo,
I
I
know
could
that's a
call it.
conversation around
Yeah,
y'all eating food, y'all chilling. I know that's a conversation.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'll be like, "Yo, can we run that game back, man?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll say, "Last time I saw y'all, you know, I was crying." You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, the emotional side of it was us how we got there. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, you know, the first two games was tough at home. We played not well except Martin Luther King. We beat Martin Luther King. Not yours though. I think the one in the
Yeah,
city.
nah,
They was
I know
both in the
the
city.
Martin Luther King in Manhattan. Yeah,
Yeah,
right, right.
but we beat them. We beat them easily. Then I forgot we played another team. Shout out to Persano Bell. He had the game winning block for
Right,
us.
okay.
And then we played against Curtis. Now with Curtis, we was down 25.
Uh-huh.
We was down 25. So being down 25 in a 32-minute game,
People don't understand 4
it's
8 minute
so
quarters. Like
8 minute
it's
quarters.
yeah,
Like it's so like it's like anything is possible, but it's like anything is not possible. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
we come back 25 down. Shout out to Devon Curry, Isaiah Wilkinson. I don't think what's the name played at the time. I forgot tall dude name. Halil. I don't think he played at the time. But yeah, shout out to those guys because
Yeah.
they put the fire under us.
Okay,
Like they was just
okay.
like, yeah, we from Staten Island, but
Mhm.
we came to play. Like we came
Yeah,
to
yeah,
win.
yeah.
And then, you know, me and Devon, we got into, you know, friendly competition, you know, back and forth and stuff.
Of course,
And
of
then it
course.
was up from there. Like second half came, we was just like, yeah, like y'all not beating us. Like we're gonna get y'all
Right.
out of here. We got them out of there. And then, you know, come to the championship game to lose was just very like hurtful, man. Like if I could change, you know, a lot of things, I would, but you know what I'm saying, you live and you learn from it.
Of
You know what I'm
course,
saying?
of course,
So
of course, of
yeah,
course.
it
I
was
know.
it was very emotional for me because we really wanted to go to Glen Falls. You know what I'm saying?
Right, go
Like,
to states. Go to the states.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Go to states and see what
yeah,
we can do, you
yeah,
know? So,
yeah.
and the crazy thing about it is Transit Tech ended up losing by 20 in the first round of
And they
states. And so
they
we
go
just
get
like,
punched, and you like, yo, we there, we ain't getting
yeah, you know
punched.
what I'm
Like we
saying?
right. Yeah,
We at least gonna put a fight, but
yeah,
you
no
know what I'm
question.
saying? You know, but after that and after, you know, the whole crying and being consoled and all that type of stuff, me and Stefan Hodges, we talked on the phone about how we could change a lot of stuff and all that type of stuff. And we had an AAU game the next day. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
awesome.
got over that. We had an
That's
AAU game
awesome.
next day. We won,
That's
you
awesome.
know. So
That's awesome.
it felt, you know, it was just a learning lesson for us. And, you know, me and Stefan, we put in a lot of work together. You know what I'm saying? I name him if anybody say, if it's one person, one point guard you can play with, I say Steph every time.
Yo,
Steph every time.
you must have been in my crib when I was getting ready for this because you teeing up everything for me right now, Al. You teeing up
Nah,
everything,
I
bro.
get
Like you teeing up
everybody
everything. I
always say
love it,
this,
bro.
like
Like
everybody always think like, you know, despite me, you know, being who I am, I'm grateful for who I am because, you know, I'm grateful for the work that I put in. It's
right,
really others around me. You know what I'm saying? That's what set the tone for me. Is really others around me, because they get me going. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
put me to the side, show me what I can do, what I
Right.
shouldn't do, what I should work on, what I shouldn't work on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So
Right.
it's more so of them than me. They give me that push
Yeah.
to do, what I gotta do.
Definitely.
And, they've been very supportive since day one. So any part of my successes and everything, it's not like I just picked up myself and just say, all right, I'm gonna go do this. You know what I'm saying? I've had like personal inspirations around me. You know what I'm
It
saying? Because
takes
I'm yeah,
it
they
takes
always
it
say
takes a it takes a
it
level
take
of humility, man. Like it
yeah,
takes a certain level of humility to
yeah,
be able to say the things that you're saying, right? It's confidence when you say, I put in the work, I got here because of me. But to be able to say I got here because of him, because of this one,
yeah.
because of that one, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
my man Jalil said, like, seems like yesterday Tippy bought you the Powerball Men's League in Southside. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I
you know
read
what I'm
that. Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Ja was there too, man. He was definitely there. Like, it's so much people that was there to see my growth and be supportive and show me the ins and outs, the ropes and all that type of stuff. Like I said,
Right.
major shout out to you and, Cribs and Bobby and Chris
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chin and all Cordell, man. Like,
Yeah.
without y'all and, having that experience with y'all in basketball and all that type of stuff, I don't think I would be where I'm at now,
Absolutely.
to be
We
honest.
got we
So,
got we got Carl Krause in the house. OG, appreciate you jumping in, OG.
oh, it's good, man. Shout out to Tippy, yes, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Major shout
yeah.
out to Tippy. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Tippy.
So Al, your senior year comes, man.
Mm-hmm.
What's the mindset in terms of playing after high school at that point? Where's your
Uh,
mindset? I know, like I said, ASA, South Plains College,
mm-hmm,
Georgetown College, and you win a national championship there, right? That
mm-hmm.
that culmination just feels like, all your hard work, all the work you put in to now be able to win the Division I national championship, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts from somewhere. Where's the mindset when you go in thinking about, what I'm gonna do next?
Well, my senior year in high school, I was like getting into learning about scholarships and
Okay.
financial aid and making sure that I'm eligible and good, that I don't have to spend a extra amount of money just to go to school. So my senior year was more so to help the younger guys and guide the younger guys, because we fresh off borough chips, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get the new guys that come in and they're like, well, we was borough champions. So once I come on varsity, I'm lit. Like I'm saying, I'm on varsity, and I've always told them, like, to be on the team, yeah, it's cool, yes,
Mhm.
but we like to compete here. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So my job, we had got a transfer in, Isaiah Stokely. Major shout out to Isaiah Stokely. He's very, a dominant player
Super
at his
talented. Super
time.
talented. I remember him. Super
Yeah,
talented. Yeah.
fresh from Baisley.
Hmm.
So he came in, and I took a back seat because it was more so like I wanted to show my all around game. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I don't want it to prove that I was just a scorer.
Okay.
So my junior year, I only hit 3 threes. My senior year, I hit 5 threes in one game. So it was just like, all right,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? This is the part I'm showing my growth in.
Right.
I remember we played Cardozo. It was the rematch,
Okay.
for B&M for Burroughs. I mean,
Hmm.
for Borough semis. So I had a terrible shooting night, like
Damn.
very terrible. Like I wasn't trying to be aggressive or anything. It was just not falling.
It just wasn't going. Okay.
So Stephon Hodges, my point guard at the time, he was hot. Like
Mhm.
he was hot. Like he was shooting. So I put it on myself to say, you know what? Let me run the one and let me get you the ball. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And my coach at the time, he was mad because he was like, "You're not a point guard. You're not this. You're not that." So I'm like I'm not this. I'm not that. Like I work on my game. Like I work
Right.
on everything. Like
And
everything
you
from
can
the
play.
five man.
You could play me. You could play me in multiple spots if necessary.
Right.
Because
I work on 5 man stuff, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like I work
yeah,
on the whole nine. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So for him to say that kind of gave me, an edge. It was just like, all right, now I got to prove something to you now. So I finished that game probably 2 points, 12 assists, and like 8 rebounds. And it was just like, everybody just kind of looked at me differently, like, dang, like I ain't know,
Yeah,
you
ain't no
creating
Al's
this, you
capable of
doing
having a bad game. Like, it's just a bad
right, you know
game.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like I really didn't care to have the bad game. I was really happy and satisfied that we beat them
Okay.
there
Okay.
and that I was able to drop who I am, who I was, my profile as the high school scorer, basketball player, scorer
Mm-hmm.
to help my team.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And I wanted to take that as an example, you know what I'm saying, to show like I'm willing to take the sacrifice. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like I play on good teams now and currently everybody's like, you're supposed to be scoring 40, you're supposed to be scoring 50, you know what I'm saying? They're
Right.
going off old stuff I used to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe I'm capable of still doing it to this day,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, why am I going for 40, 50, taken away from the team setting? Why am I doing that?
Right.
So to show
If you ain't gotta go for 40 and you can still get your numbers, get everybody else involved, and we win games, I mean
yeah,
that's the formula, right? Like,
right.
yeah.
If I gotta do what I gotta do to
Right,
score,
right,
then
right.
all right, I'm gonna go for it.
Al's still a bucket, y'all. Like, don't
You
get
know
it
what I'm
messed
saying?
up. Al's still a bucket, but I have
So,
other facets in my game. I like that, man.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
like to show
yeah.
that I'm an all-around player instead of
Nah, no
this
question.
this
No
30,
question.
40, 50 scoring point guy. So,
So you spent some time, spent a couple years in Kentucky, man. Can
yeah,
you
2 years.
can you talk about the culture out there? Was that a culture shock for you? What was it like, playing out there?
Um,
I'm not
I
familiar
could
with
I
the
could give you
area,
I could
but
give you
what was it
from the
like?
beginning. I could give you from the beginning because before Kentucky, my first culture shock was at South Plains College. Now, South Plains College is in West Texas, so that's an hour away from Lubbock. I'm an hour away from Texas Tech.
Okay.
So
I'm in
Texas,
Houston. I'm in Houston.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been out there
Yeah,
mad times,
yeah,
mad
yeah,
times.
yeah. Yeah.
So I'm in Lubbock.
Okay.
I'm thinking South Plains is in Lubbock, but I remember it being in Levelland. Now
Okay.
Lubbock is the city, so
Okay.
everything's in Lubbock. Like when I have fun, all that type of stuff, that's in
Yeah, yeah,
Lubbock.
yeah.
I get to Levelland now. Level land is literally its word. Level land, no mountain, no hills, no
Nothing.
nothing. Like I'm on a plain.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mini mall. There's my school. There's houses in the back, and then that's it. So, um, and what's funny is when I got to Texas, I landed in Houston first,
Okay.
and then we drove from Houston to Levelland 5 hours.
Right.
So when I got to Levelland, I mean, when I got to Houston, I'm like, all right, so we flying to Levelland or we flying to Lubbock? He was just like,
Yeah,
nah, we got a
yeah,
5 hour drive.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm just thinking like 5 hour drive and like CA, I ain't gonna lie, I'm seeing plants, farms, dirt road, all type of stuff, and I'm just like, yo, where am I?
I got you, bro. I got you.
Am
I
I
got you. I
bugging?
got you.
Like,
I
where
got
am
you.
I? So
Mm-hmm.
get to Levelland now, meet people, you know what I'm saying? You meet, Texas is very, predominantly white state.
Right.
And no racist, antics have ever happened, any of that stuff. They were very welcoming.
Okay.
Uh,
And I'm
and
glad. I'm
level,
glad to hear that. By the way, like
yeah,
you
they were
fortunate
very,
to have those experiences because everybody doesn't
yeah. I
have those
mean,
kind of
when we
experiences.
get to Georgetown, I'll get to that part. But
Woo. Okay.
yeah. So when I got there, they were very welcoming. I mean, South Plains is the only, how can I say, sports team that Levelland
Okay.
has. So that
Okay.
gym's packed. Like, I mean, packed. And my first year, I ain't play. I ain't play much.
Damn.
I probably played like 5 games, 2 minute and a half apiece. Probably averaged like 1.9 points, 0.9 assists, all that type of stuff. So
Talk about humbling
humbling indeed. Like I didn't
for
go into
sure.
South Plains thinking like, all right, I'm gonna be the man and all that type of stuff. It was just certain things that I didn't learn in high school. that I had to learn my freshman year. So I go forward. I met a guy, David Tyree, one of the Texas Tech legends. He's from PG County.
Maryland.
And yeah, PG
Okay.
County, Maryland. He's the
Okay.
one that basically showed me working out. Like, he'd be like, yo, New York, let's get in the gym. I'm like, get in the gym to do what? Like, we got
Yeah.
practice tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's like, nah, you got to work out. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, work out? Like, what we gonna do, lift? Like,
Yeah.
I done did that already. So he's like, nah, come on, let's go through. So, he's setting up the chairs and he's showing me all these types of drills. And I'm just confused. Like, I'm very confused, CA. Like, I don't do this. Like, I've worked out with Rob before, but
Mm-hmm.
Rob's stuff was more team based. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it was
When
like,
you're doing these individual workouts, that's
it's
gonna get your game better. I know you like,
right,
yeah, I ain't never put in this. Okay.
right. So
Okay.
we was putting in work, like, I mean, from November all the way until May. Like,
Wow.
we was in the gym like 2, 3 times a day. And
Okay.
it started progressing for me, but it started progressing for me so late. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because,
Okay.
Coach Green, Steve Green at South Plains, he was just like, you're not aggressive enough for me. And that's just my issue with you. Everything else was fine, but, you're just not aggressive for me. And then I knew my game progressed. I came home Christmas break
Okay.
my freshman year. I went to Edison, get team practice just to get cardio in because I had to play. You know what I'm saying? I had to do something.
Something.
And
Yeah.
I'm just wilding them out. Like, I'm just
Of
like,
course.
damn,
Of
like,
course.
yeah,
I'm a
you know what I'm
year.
saying? Like,
I'm a
it
year. I'm
wasn't
a
more
year
so
removed.
because like
Oh yeah.
it wasn't more so because like I'm older and I feel this is, I'm supposed to be older. I'm supposed to be better than you. Nah, it was just more so like, damn, the gym really paying off. Like, OD,
You're
like,
seeing the
like,
results. You're seeing the results.
yeah. So now the motivation factor that I got into going into ASA and to Georgetown, um, it was my first year was done, freshman year was done.
Okay.
So, you know, coaches call you privately to, sign you back for, another year because, each year is a 1 year sign. So I felt like he saw my progression at open runs and all that type of stuff. And he never signed me back. He never
Wow.
signed me back. He didn't call my name, nothing. He even called a guy that was injured, red shirt, all that type of stuff. And he called him back. And I remember the guy named Brandon Pitts. He's from Cleveland. And I'm just like, yo, all this work that I put in showing you that, all right, I worked on the factor that you didn't, what I'm saying, you didn't like about me. I'm working on that. I'm doing all of that. Like, I mean, I'm destroying the sophomores now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Except David Tyree. Like, he was God in human form, so you couldn't destroy him. But all
But
the
that
other
light,
sophomores,
that fire is lit under you now. You ain't getting
yeah,
called back. You
like all
calling
them other
back.
sophomores, yeah, they
Yeah.
had me playing. They had me playing against 1-on-1 against this one sophomore guy at the time, Ladarius Hall. He's from Georgia.
Okay.
Real good ball player at the time, and they had me playing against him a lot because they felt like we had the same similar type of game. So I knew I was getting better when I was putting him in the post as a freshman. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, everybody was pointing that out. He's like, yo, you got New York putting you in the post, and he's a freshman. Like, he's a freshman. He's treating you like a freshman. So once I didn't get signed back, I hit up Tippy again. You know what I'm saying? He told me to come to his jamboree, come play. I played
Okay.
in his jamboree, and Coach Green was there. Steve Green at the time, South Plains. He was there. He said what's up to me. The new assistant coach at the time said what's up. And every game that I played, like, he was there looking at somebody else. So it was just like, one guy told me, he was like, yeah, South Plains looking at me. I was just like, oh, I went there, man. Go do your thing. Go do what you got to do.
Right.
And nah, I cracked him.
Kill him.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
just to show Coach Green,
Of
like,
course.
I'm not that same guy anymore. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
So I get picked up at TCI, and now with TCI, um, I had to sit out because, when you transfer from, JUCO to JUCO, you gotta have 24 credits. I only had 20.
Okay.
So my mistake was, I should have stayed at South Plains for summer school and then did what I had to do so I could play the next year. But I'm a guy that let life play out. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I felt like life made it that way for me not to play at TCI at the time because they had a bomb squad, like
Oh,
14,
they had a real
15
good
man,
team.
yeah, 14,
Okay.
15 man roster. I mean, I was at practice, like me and my man Dennis Oglesby. We was at practicing, wilding them out. So,
Yeah.
we was called the next year crew. So the next year crew was from 2010 to 2011.
Yeah.
We had Tevin Bracey from the Bronx, Dennis Oglesby, Wayne Allison from Boys and Girls High School, myself, Jeremiah that went to Lincoln.
Oh,
Um,
y'all had a team over there.
yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We had a squad. Like
Mm-hmm.
we really had a squad on the way. And then TCI shuts down.
Damn.
So I'm talking with one of my guys. He's one of my mentors too. I'll give him number 4, Kevin Jackson. He's
Okay.
from Queensbridge. He was just like, go to ASA. You know what I'm saying? ASA was you know, they looking for some guys and all that type of stuff. And I'm just like, all right. So now what really was the situation was if we went to ASA, you know, Kev Jackson would get a job and all that type of stuff. Coach P, he would have got a job too. Those were the coaches of TCI. So we ended up going there. Had I been smart, I'd have listened to Tippy. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't. Me and Tippy
And
communication.
what did Tippy tell you to do? Or
Yo,
advise you to do?
Tippy. All right. After the ASA season, Tippy was just like, "You should have came and found me," and I was just like, "You're absolutely right." I was like, "You're absolutely right," because ASA, like, good program. You know what I'm saying? It was just like the TCI kids were put in the middle of something that we shouldn't have went to. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? ASA, they was already established. Jamal Francis, Lamont Middleton, Keenan Bell, Kevin Briggs, Juanito, uh, Mackenzie Felix,
Right.
Kendall Felix.
They already had a
They
core over
had
there. They already
their
had their
group,
coaching
you know what I'm
going.
saying?
Yeah.
And then for
Yeah.
us to come in, four of us to come in, it was just like, it's like, dang, like they seem established. So what we gonna do? Like 2 units? What we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm learning the science. So it's like, what we doing? 2 units? How we gonna go about this, that, and the third? So they was like, we'll see from there. So the first practice, TCI crew, we played 5v5 versus 5, and we went at them. Like
Yeah.
it was no question. It was to show like,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right, y'all
Yeah.
not making a mistake. So after that, they took us to administration. They signed us up. They signed us up, for housing and stipend and all that type of stuff. So I'm basically dormant in downtown Brooklyn. And
Mm-hmm.
ASA was quite the experience for me as well. Goods, bads, uglies, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty decent. I was going through injuries as well.
Okay.
But the political standpoint of it was just bad. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
people had animosity towards each other. And then a
Mm.
couple of players, they had left because they felt like we came in and took whatever, opportunity that they had.
Got you.
Then them and the
Okay.
coach was getting into it. You know what I'm saying? Then the coach was kind of like being subjective with certain things. And I'm coming off the bench. I was sixth man off the bench.
Okay.
And he had made a statement one time. He was just like, there's only one D1 player here, like one D1 scholarship player here, and he
Mm.
comes off the bench. And it was just like I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Especially going there, I didn't want that. I didn't want that type of energy. I didn't want that type of attention. I'm not an attention savvy type of
That's
guy.
good.
Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was more so like, damn, I don't want these guys to feel no type of way because of what he said. You know what I'm saying? So basically the pillar started breaking down. So the guys that was there, the guards that was getting all that type of stuff, they ended up cutting out.
Okay.
And you know, he ended up starting us. And, you know, we went, I think, regional semis. We lost to Monroe we lost to Monroe, New
College
Rochelle.
that
Yeah,
upstate, that Rochester,
New
whatever.
Rochelle, New
New
Rochelle.
Rochelle, New
Yeah,
Rochelle. There you go. There
yeah.
you go.
So
Okay.
we end up playing Monroe, New Rochelle. You know, I get teched out because of you know, I just felt like, to me, I felt like it was biased,
Okay.
especially playing against Monroe College.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They had a guy, his name was Jeff Early. Jeff Early? Is it Jeff Early? I believe it's Jeff Early. He was good. Like, he was super good. But it was like they just kept giving them every call. Like, every call. It's just like, all right, like, now it was obvious. And then
Right.
at the
I'm
time,
sure that's
Coach Ken,
frustrating in the midst of competition. I know. I get
yeah,
it. I
you know what I'm
know.
saying?
Yeah.
Coach Ken, he wasn't saying much at the
Mm-hmm.
time, and I'm just like, I caught the first tech. Then I got blatantly fouled, caught the second tech, got teched out, got kicked out. And then, yeah, after that, then it was time to figure out what I was doing after my sophomore year. I was going to
Okay.
go to D2 in North Carolina. I forgot the name,
Okay.
but I was going to go there. I was set my mind to go there. I said, all right, I'm
Okay.
going to go there because I didn't like being home. I don't like being home. No lie.
I don't
Like, I
blame you.
love home.
I don't blame.
Yeah,
I
I love
love it,
home. I
but
love New York. I love
come to
Queens, but it's
visit.
like,
Like to come to visit,
yeah,
but
come
yeah,
to visit, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I made sure that I just, you know, I wanted to leave.
Okay.
So I ended up getting Georgetown. Shout out to Kev Jackson again and Coach Mahone, Bledsoe Mahone. I met him and I was playing in a jamboree out in Jersey, EKB. I was playing in EKB and they saw me and he was like, yo, let's set up a visit to go to Georgetown. So I said, all right,
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
So I go on my visit. Um, I flew into Cincinnati.
Okay.
So I'm like, damn, I'm flying into another city. I'm about to drive to this place again. All right, this is South Plains all over again. So getting into Cincinnati, it was only an hour away, thank God. I was just
Good.
like,
Good.
all
Okay.
right, you know, this is
All
better.
right.
Now I get into Georgetown. Now, what a lot of people don't know about Georgetown, Kentucky is it's one of the homes of Toyota manufacturers.
Okay.
So I'll get there. I just see everything Toyota, like Toyota. You know, you see your restaurants, you know, your Chick-fil-A's, your
Yeah.
Cracker
Yeah.
Barrels, Wendy's, all that type of stuff. Then I get to campus. Now, I'm thinking Georgetown is a predominantly white school, yes. So I'm thinking like, all right, I ain't gonna meet nobody from the hood. I ain't gonna meet nobody from the trenches and all that type of stuff. Nah, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only people I probably is going to be from the trenches is people on the team.
Right.
So I got there. I met Joshua Lockett. He's from Pensacola, Florida. So I
Okay.
met him. He was a senior at the time I got there. So he was showing me the ropes, man. He was showing me everything. Went out to Lexington,
Okay.
went out to Louisville.
Nice.
Gave me the rundown on certain things. Like I didn't even know about Dat Piff, the mixtape stuff, until
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
met him. You know what I'm
Until
saying? Like,
okay.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I'm hearing all this music. I'm just like, yo, like I can't find music to download, and then he put me on and stuff.
That's nice. That's what's up.
So yeah, that was basically the culture shock.
Okay.
Yeah, I came across a couple, you know, racial incidents, but it wasn't
Okay.
like something major. You know what I'm saying? It was
Okay.
more so like they wanted to be cultured and wanted to be down and all that type of stuff. And then,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Then,
They wanted some inclusivity with what you
yeah.
bring. I got
And,
you. I
and
got you.
then, you know, a couple of times I let my, you know, Queens, New York tendencies get the best of me to where it was just like, all right, like they kept like somebody kept staring at me, and then I said like, yo, what are you looking at? Like,
Yeah.
is there an issue? And he kind of felt some way. I guess he felt threatened about it. He was a white male,
Okay.
and nothing happened. It was just more so like I felt I went to the dean and the president of the school, and I was just like, I just felt like he just kept staring at me because of my skin color. Like it's like he never seen my skin color before.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just like, no, that wasn't the case or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was just generally looking. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, all right, whatever. But playing for Georgetown, Georgetown is one of the top 3 schools in Kentucky because Kentucky don't have no pro teams.
Right.
So basically, it's one of the top 3 programs in Kentucky. So you got your UK, your Louisville, and then it's us.
Louisville.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we were the Duke of NAIA. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
packed house,
Okay.
CA. Like
Okay.
so, my junior year, I was coming off the bench as well. I started a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a great experience my junior year. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I met a lot of guys that were prolific for their age, their senior years, and all that
Okay.
type of stuff. So
Okay.
it was very good to learn from them, to run with them. We lost in the Sweet 16 to Mountain State. That's when Mountain State was getting them guys, man. Mountain State was
Yeah.
very good. Mountain
But
State was a very good
I'm
NAIA
sure
program.
that loss prepares
Yeah.
y'all for
So
next year.
the problem with us at the time was we had too much egos.
Okay.
We had a guy named Happy Osborne at the time. He was a coach, and
Okay.
my junior year he had to quit because him and the president had beef. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was either get fired or just retire. He chose to retire.
Gotcha.
And the new assistant coach at the time, he was a grad assistant over at UK. But Happy hired him as the assistant coach. Then he stepped up as the head coach. At the time, you really couldn't blame him because this was his first step into
Right.
something.
This is Briggs, right? It's
Yeah,
Briggs. Okay.
Coach Briggs.
Okay.
So major shout out to him too. He was very supportive, like
Okay.
very 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 supportive.
Okay.
So he kind of like basically Happy set up the team. He basically got handed the team, but just couldn't really handle the egos, the beef. Some guys wasn't going to class. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He really, as a head coach, he really couldn't handle that at that time.
Okay.
So, we just kind of went through the season. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
We just went with rolling and everything. So we tried our best to do certain things. We ended up losing in conference. We ended up losing. We lost in the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember doing an interview before my senior year.
Okay.
And I said to myself, yeah, that a whole locker room and that whole vibe and everything, I'm not doing that my senior year. So that was my goal. Like my goal my senior year was to be a team leader.
Try to bring it together a little bit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we lose Maurice Pearson, Aaron Morris, Jordan DeMercy, Johan Hamilton, Anthony Crater, Tyrone Shelley. So we lose 6 seniors. So we the seniors now, me, Jarrell Craig, Victor Moses,
Okay.
Russ Middleton. No, sorry, Russ was a junior. Never mind. But yeah, me, Jarrell, and Vic. And we was the 3 seniors on the team with a lot of juniors, sophomores, freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
And I told myself that I'm going to take it upon myself to be a vocal leader. I'm not really as vocal. I wasn't really vocal at the time, but this was the test to be vocal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
first 2 games, I was very dominant of the ball. because it was like everybody kind of was just shying away. Um, Grades came into play when as far as like schoolwork and all that type of stuff. So a couple of guys couldn't make it to the game.
Okay.
So yeah, I kind of like gave my vocal standpoint from there was to basically do what I got to do from here on out for the games. I was leading scorer at first 5, 6 games. Then Monty Wilson, he was a junior at the time. He just went and took over. Like he was just like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. I want the ball. I feel like I could lead this team into this situation. I said, all right, bet I'll do anything else. I will do everything else.
Let me remind you, Al, you're 13 points a game. You're 48% shooting from the field. You shot over 35% from three. You gave out 6 dimes a game. You had 3 steals a game. Like your contribution to that team, your senior year, just from the outside looking in, was formidable, man. You were a big piece as to why they were able to be so successful.
Right.
You were a huge piece, man.
It was more so me having to make that sacrifice. Like I wanted to score points on all that type of stuff, but like I said I wanted to show my all around game.
Of course.
And that's what from there set the tone for me to teams to show like, all right, he could score, but he can do other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want my scouting report to just be like, oh, he's a scorer. Like, nah. Like, yo, he's a scorer. He's a creator. He can do this.
Deep back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be just known as a scorer. Because that's just defeating the purpose. That's defeating the purpose as a basketball player. And I remember what Kobe said. He said, as a basketball player, you're supposed to do everything. You know what I'm saying? We get caught up into this one-dimensional thing. Like, nah, I want to be multi-dimensional. Like, I want to be a point where it's like I'm on the court and I want to be a threat no matter where I stand. No matter where I stand, I want to feel like I'm a threat. Okay, I might have off nights. You know what I'm saying? People get the best of you. You're going to have off nights. But you bounce back from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, your off nights, even your off nights, you could be a contribution. To the game. So our senior year, we're rolling. Everything's going. We losing games. People are getting frustrated and all that type of stuff. But, you know what I'm saying? It got to be that one guy that's going to bring the energy, that's going to keep the team head high, all that type of stuff. We even had a meeting we even set up a meeting with our athletic director to try to get the head coach fired. And I was just sitting there.
Wow.
We really kind of didn't agree a lot, but I understood his situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I understood, like, this was a lot for him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just came from being a grad assistant to a head coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
a
way
big,
over the pillar.
You know
what I'm saying? That's way, you ain't even get your years in as an assistant coach. You ain't go out there, go scouting report, film study, all that type of stuff. Like, you ain't get there yet. You know what I'm saying? So to jump from grad assistant to head coaching, it was more so like, I understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I understand this is a lot for you. It's a lot for us. So, let us figure it out. And, you know what I'm saying? You give your input there. I was like, you use your knowledge, your scouting knowledge to go from there. So we agreed upon that.
Okay.
And the ball just started rolling, man. Like, it started rolling for us. Yeah, a couple wins, a couple losses, but when it came down to the NAIA tournament, man, like, everything just gelled so well together. You know what I'm saying? And then the first round got him out of there. Second round got him out of there. Third round, so it's like 24-16, 8. Semifinals now. We get to the semifinals. We play against this team from New Orleans, I think.
Okay.
I think they was from New Orleans. They had a guy named Dominique Rambo. Dominique Rambo is very tough. He was playing overseas out in Romania too. He played a year before me.
Okay.
Very dominant dude. Like, led his conference, all that conference player of the year, all that. Like, he was, he was going off. We go down to the wire. Monty Wilson hits the three
Okay.
for us to get into the championship, and the momentum went up from there. Championship game,
Get a
20-point
little,
win.
get a light 12-12 for my guy Al. Light 12 and
20
12.
point win. I ain't had to
Yeah.
do much.
You
You know what
didn't
I'm
do too
saying?
much. Yeah.
First player in NAIA championship history to have a triple double, even though they recorded 7 points. 7 assists. I'm not
Yo,
even mad. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I
like,
read the line, and then I went back and watched as much of the game as I could. I said, damn, Al might be the best player on the floor tonight.
right.
Damn. Like, you played
Like,
so well. You didn't have a 30-point
I didn't
game,
have to do too much.
but
Yeah.
you affected every, every facet of the game.
Right.
You affected, bro. I was super proud of you. I'm gonna tell you that,
Yeah.
man. It's just super
Man,
proud
listen,
of you.
it was good winning that chip and then coming home and everybody seeing that because it was on CBS. I ain't even know people
National
was watching the
TV,
game.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
ESPN3, I ain't know people was watching the game. None of that.
That's
So
dope.
it felt good to, to get everybody's support that supported me from the start. You know what I'm saying? To say like, yo, you a national champion, man. I'm happy for you and all that type of stuff. So it felt good. It felt good. You know what I'm saying? That
That's good.
all the hard work that that was being put in and all the trials and tribulations with basketball in college, and
Absolutely.
it paid off. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm just thankful. I was
That's
thankful
what's up.
for it.
That's what's up. Let's have some fun, bro. Let's have some fun. We getting into the stretch
I
run.
got you.
I got some quick hitters. Let's have a little bit of fun. Sunday morning, you headed to Cambria. It's you and 5 other guys. I don't care who it is. It's you and 4 other guys.
Oh, who I'm bringing to hoop with me?
Who?
In Cambria?
Your
To
5.
hoop
It's
at
you
Cambria?
and 4 others. You head to Cambria. It's Sunday morning. You know how we used to give it up. Sunday morning, we're going to Cambria. It's you and 4 other guys. Who you bringing with
All
you?
right, how old am I at the time? You mean my current state?
Rock with that. Yeah, let's go.
All right, my
Right
current state. All right, so all right, so it's me, it's Donald. I'm bringing Donald. Dwight, you remember Dwight? I'm bringing Dwight. Yeah. I'm bringing Dwight. I'm bringing Dwight with me. He know that. He gonna say I'm retired. Nah, I'm bringing Dwight with me. Me, Dwight, Kayvon Baker, because Kayvon Baker, he live over there on 176.
Okay.
Who be my other 2? BC. I'm definitely bringing BC.
Shout out, Brandon. Yeah. Okay.
I'm bringing BC.
Okay.
And Mikey. Mike, I think his last name Williams, and Mikey. He went to Newtown, but he used to hoop at Cambria.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the 5. I'm going
BC got a name chop. Okay, you bringing BC with you?
Tough. Yeah, I'm bringing BC outside for sure.
Tough.
You know what I'm saying?
You at there's a round table in the middle of the gym. Any gym, don't matter. It's a gym though. Round table. You talking hoops. It's you and 4 other people that you respect their basketball knowledge. Who you sitting at the table with? 4 other guys. Don't matter. Coaches, players, mentor, mom, dad, whoever. 4 other guys at the table with you. Talking hoops.
Number 1, I'm giving it to 2 Holloway. Number 1 for sure.
Okay.
2 Holloway, that's like when I got into the depth of being an adult and being basketball. I remember I'm fresh off the national championship. Chaz Cribbs bring me out to Hempstead to hoop at Hempstead because he had. I didn't know 2 was so nice that he could have his own open run. Like,
run. You
know what I'm saying? He used to. Cribbs was like, he got his own open run and all that type of stuff. He went to Xavier. I'm like, oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? And I'm first seeing him play. I'm playing against him, and I mean, like, the smoothness and I guess the not being rattled in the game that I learned from him. Like, I learned from him,
Okay.
watching him, how
Okay.
his posture is, how he let the game come to him.
Okay.
So I would definitely sit with him at the table. Another person I would sit with is Phil Jackson. I
Who?
respect Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. Okay.
Phil Jackson.
Okay.
I would definitely sit with Phil Jackson. Kobe, God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
I would definitely sit with Kobe. Um, my
One more guy.
fourth,
One more guy. Al.
my fourth guy, basketball wise, um, I would definitely say Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon,
Yo, Al.
because so many people, like, this is how underestimated Hakeem Olajuwon is. A lot of people don't know that the current players that we have in the league,
All
when it
go
comes
work.
to
All go
all go to
work
work
with him.
out with him, go work out with him as Texas Ranch. He got it. He got a ranch out there.
Let me talk. Let me talk to you for a second, Al. Me, my wife, my two kids, we got a family pass at a gym out here, Lifetime Fitness, right?
Hmm.
And we into the gym. Me and my wife, we go to the gym pretty heavy. So we in the gym, and I'm like, damn, this dude looks familiar. Like I keep looking at him, right? Now, Dream a little older, so
Yeah,
he's a little
he
older,
blend in.
but
He blend in. He blend in.
yeah, right. But I'm like, so now I realize it's him, right? But it seems normal to everybody because he goes there regularly. So people are not struck. They're not like, yo, Mr. Elijah, all that. But me, I'm a New Yorker. My favorite player as a kid was Hakeem Olajuwon, right? My favorite big is Hakeem Olajuwon. So
Yeah.
next day I go in there. He's working out his son. His son's a little younger. He's working his son out. And I go in there and I'm like, yo, today I'm not leaving without saying hello, shaking his hand, something. Finally, I said, you know what, man? I'm going to just walk over there. As I'm walking over there, we catch eye contact. And I'm like, yo, Mr. Elijah, can I shake your hand, man? Shook his hand. He took a picture with me and my daughter. And now every time I go in there, anytime I see him, it's love. Like, but, not on a personal level, but because he's seen me before, because we had conversation before, it's love. Super cool dude. I just wanted to tell you that because he's a super cool dude, man. Super
Yeah,
nice dude.
he's very humble. He's very
Yeah,
humble. Like, I've
definitely.
watched docs on him, and I always watch players' interviews. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that plays a part. It shows maturity and how they feel about the game,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're science to the game.
yeah,
So
definitely,
those guys that I mentioned sitting at the table,
yeah,
I would definitely would just sit there as a student, probably have my pad out ready just for them to
just to talk,
just
yeah,
for them to talk, you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying, and pick up a lot of
definitely,
knowledge, you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Especially with two, you know what I'm saying? Because I've recently played with two on the same team out in Isaiah Whitehead tournament, and it may not be intentionally, but he will always, put me to the side and be like, yo, instead of doing this, just go right like this, you know what I'm saying? This is how it's all gonna play out. And I watch him lead by example.
Okay,
And it's just like, man, like, I always ask him, like, yo, how you always keep your ground? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, you put in the work. Like, you put in the work for this, and you gotta understand your conditions, your livings. Like, you gotta live every day like it's a struggle. You know what I'm
absolutely,
saying? So
absolutely,
he's like, anything you transpire on the court, you could transpire in life. You know what I'm
in the
saying?
real
You could
world,
transfer that over and keep your
yeah, yeah,
demeanor.
yeah,
So a lot of things that I learned as a basketball player, and to keep myself composed, and not to get into the faces of people and all that type of stuff. I learned a lot from Two Holloway. So very major shout out to him.
that's what's up. Last question for you, Al. Last question for you, brother. Now, before you answer the question, um, can I get you to commit to your answer? You'll understand what I mean when I ask you, but whatever your
Hmm.
answer is, can you commit to helping me with that?
Okay, no problem. Talk to me.
Okay, cool. So, as you've been saying, I'm really just starting this platform, and it's really about showing y'all love, right? I'm a basketball junkie. I eat, sleep, and live this shit. And
Yeah.
a big thing for me is really, really giving back to the players that I think deserve some recognition and deserve some flowers more than they've received in the past, right?
Right. Right.
So I'm building this thing. who would you like to see on Are We Live? And whoever that is, can you help me cultivate that? Can you help me make that happen?
Yeah, definitely for sure. If it's one guy I can choose, man, that's a long list. But if it's one guy I could definitely say to tell his story, I got a guy. He's like a little brother to me. His name is Anthony Hodges. He went to campus. Yeah, he went to Campus Magnet. I don't think he's on the gram, but I could double check with him to see if he'll come back. But
Okay.
Anthony Hodges, he played at Chattanooga,
Okay.
at Cayuga.
Okay.
I keep calling it Chattanooga. Cayuga. Then he played at Queens College.
Okay.
Then he went pro. Now, he barely played high school ball. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And man, like
Would love to rap.
I would, yeah, I would. I'm not saying this just because he's like a little brother to me, but it's more so. It's like he never quit. Like he never gave up. Like
Okay.
he was under me playing with Rob, all that type of stuff, and he never gave up. Worked out, all that. Called me, yo, when we working out.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm at the YMCA in the morning. Let's go work out. Like he's calling me and saying, let's go work out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good to see him because he was going to quit. Like I knew for sure. Like he said, like, oh, I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Jay Lenore said, Khalil McDonald, they went to the same school. They went to Campus Magnet.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I would definitely say Ant.
Okay.
Ant and Khalil too.
Okay.
Khalil too. I would definitely say Khalil too. Khalil's a Cambria guy. So if I were to choose a Cambria guy, I would definitely say Khalil McDonald.
Nice.
I would definitely say Khalil.
So I'm gonna hold you to that, Al. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I could definitely. I'll text both of them. That's no problem.
And this is the first go round, brother. I fully expect to have you back on, and we're gonna do this.
Oh
again
yeah, for sure.
At
like
some point.
for sure.
I want to thank you so much, brother, for real. This was
I appreciate CA, man. Listen, like there's a lot of people that do these podcasts and all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they want to spread the culture. You know what I'm saying? And you're definitely one of those guys because I've known you beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Like you was always for the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody from the Cambria Park was always for the culture, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's out doing their own thing. They doing well, you know what I'm saying? They having families and all that type of stuff. So I'm very, very, very happy and proud to be even considered, you know what I'm saying, being on your show or being, helping guys out when it comes to training their kids and all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I just appreciate y'all for showing me love, you know what I'm saying, and having me come out and do whatever. Like I told anybody, or any Cambria guys, like I'll do whatever for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all was there from the jump, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all was there from the jump.
Super admiration over here, brother. Super admiration over here. Mad love over here, bro. I appreciate you so much.
No problem, man.
We're gonna wrap on the side. Make sure you send me a map so we could.
I'll definitely send you my math, man. I'll definitely send you my math. I'll be out in Houston too. I got friends out there.
Let's connect.
So I'll be out in Houston, Dallas area.
Let's connect.
Yeah, Donald. Yes, Donald. I met you in the park, Donald. Listen. Wait, if you see Dwight now, you gonna be like, dang, Dwight is wow. Like,
I'm gonna connect with him when we finish here. I'm gonna connect with him. I haven't seen him so long, so I definitely gotta connect with him.
I owe him 2 punches too, man. He dunked on me a couple weeks ago. He got me.
He wasn't gonna say that.
He wasn't trying to say that. He wasn't trying to say that, but he got me. He got me. Yo, appreciate you, man. Yo, y'all stay safe out there. You and your family stay safe out there, man. Everybody tuned in on the live. Stay safe, man. And if I could leave out with a quote, man, just keep putting in work. That's it.
I love it.
That's all you can do.
Al, we'll talk soon, brother. Love, boy.
Stay safe. Got you.
Appreciate y'all for jumping in with me and rocking out with me. That's episode 37 in the bag. As y'all know, that'll be posted in just a moment. If y'all don't know who y'all was taking a look at, that's my man, Mr. Allan Thomas. Great friend, great brother, even better basketball player. Like I said, this will be posted momentarily. Appreciate y'all so much for jumping in with me, rocking out with me. We're going to keep going. Stay patient. And I love y'all. It's Flea. I'm out of here.